Hello, welcome back to the channel. On today's menu, we're going to try Sunbites Grain Waves, sour cream and chives versus the 5 grains. How do they compare? Let's find out. So up first, we have the Sunbites Grain Waves. These are 3.5 stars, 170 grams net. Quick look of the ingredients. Corn, wheat, and oats. Fats, 22.1%. Sodium, 376 milligrams. And potassium, 446 milligrams. Alright, the Sunbites Grain Waves. Do really like these ones. The flavour's really well balanced. Grain chips can be a bit plain, however, with the use of sour cream and chives as flavouring, I think they've done a really good job. It's tangy, a little bit sweet. The sour cream and chives flavour does stand out and actually complements the grain chips quite well. I actually enjoy this more than some of the potato chips that are sour cream and chives flavoured. Giving this 8.5 out of 10. Moving on. Oso Natural Foods. This is a brand by ALDI supermarket. 5 grains. Now the other one has 3. This one is barley, corn, oats, rice and wheat. 3 stars, which is slightly lower than the Grain Waves. 175 grams net, which is slightly more. Quick look of the ingredients. It's very similar. 22.4 grams of fat, 6.9 grams of sugar, and 502 milligrams of sodium. It does not advise how much potassium is within this product. All right, size-wise, it's very similar to the Grain Waves. Let's see how it tastes. The 5 grains from ALDI. Let's start with the good parts. Flavor is again quite realistic. If anything, this has an even stronger chives flavor than the Grain Waves. However, I do think it's perhaps a little bit too strong. The chives flavor stands out more than anything else. I would say it's a little bit overpowering. It's also noticeably more salty than the Grain Waves. No surprise there. It's got quite a lot more salt. I find myself enjoying this one a lot less than the Grain Waves. Taste-wise, 6 out of 10. Here's a table of how they compare to each other. If we compare the salts, that would explain why it tastes quite a lot saltier than the Grain Waves. Price-wise, the ALDI product comes out on top, as it normally does. However, the Grain Waves tasting significantly better, it comes out on top in this comparison. These Grain Waves can sometimes be had for half price. When that happens, then it's extremely compelling. I also appreciate the fact the Grain Waves also has some potassium content, and they let you know how much. A little bit is good for you. I'll put a link in the description that explains potassium better. Right, let's move on to the overall salty snacks table. Here's where these 2 products slot in. The ALDI product is not a replacement for the Sunbites. I personally, even at full price, would still prefer the Sunbites. And that concludes today's episode. Thanks for watching. See you for the next one. And consider liking and subscribing. Thank you so much.